Good day, everybody, good day. So, are you worried that you won't be able to handle stress if you stop smoking? It's a very common concern among smokers. Very common concern among smokers. And the reason, well, it's not surprising either, because most smokers believe that smoking helps them with stress. And it's no wonder that they do. And it's all down to the nicotine stress cycle. That's why smokers believe that smoking has helped them, has always helped them manage stress. It's because of the nicotine stress cycle. And what I mean by that is that very first cigarette that you ever smoked filled the body up with nicotine, and as that nicotine started leaving the body, it created this empty, insecure, stressful feeling. It created this empty, insecure, stressful feeling that could only be relieved by a further cigarette, that could only be relieved by a subsequent cigarette. So you'd smoke that next cigarette, and then it would fill your body up with nicotine, and that empty, insecure, stressful feeling would go away, and that would trick the brain and you into thinking, oh my God, I feel good again now. Smoking must really help with stress. Smoking must really calm me down. But the only thing it's doing is removing the stress that was created by the previous cigarettes. And this is the nicotine stress cycle. And it's really important that smokers understand this if they want to break free from smoking permanently and happily. And the simple fact of the matter is, if smoking really did help with stress, think about it. We would encourage people to smoke in stressful situations, wouldn't we? If something really bad happened, you know, if someone died that you loved, you'd be like, even if they weren't a smoker, you'd give them a cigarette and say, here, smoke this will make you feel better. But the fact of the matter is, smoking doesn't help with stress. Smoking only removes the stress created by the previous cigarette, yeah? I keep saying this all the time, smoking gives with one hand and takes, yeah? But originally it took from you, it stole from you, and then it gives you back your peace and your happiness bit by bit. Essentially, all smokers are smoking to feel like non-smokers. All smokers are only smoking. Sounds crazy, yeah? Sounds crazy, but it's true. Smokers are only smoking to feel like non-smokers, to return themselves to that original state that they had before they started smoking. I mean, if you think back to the time before you ever became a smoker, you didn't need cigarettes at all. You didn't need cigarettes at all. You were fine. You were perfect. Yeah, you had ups and downs. Yeah, you had stressful situations, but you didn't think about smoking because you just didn't. But it's only when you got tricked into smoking those original cigarettes that your body filled up with nicotine, started withdrawing from nicotine, which created this empty, insecure, stressful feeling that could only be relieved by subsequent cigarettes. Really important that people understand this. Now, it's really tough for a lot of people when they stop smoking, because the first 3 weeks, nicotine is leaving the body. And as nicotine is leaving the body, the withdrawals become quite strong, because that's that empty, insecure feeling of the nicotine monster inside of us basically dying and screaming out for more nicotine. Feed me, feed me, feed me, I'm dying. Feed me, feed me, feed me, I'm dying. That's what he's screaming. But you've always known that thought as, oh my God, I'm so stressed, I need a cigarette. Oh my God, I'm so stressed, I need a cigarette. But that was a lie. That's a lie. You're not so stressed that you need a cigarette. That stress that you're feeling was created by the cigarettes. Such a deception, such a tricky, evil deception. But it's really important that we understand that. And I help people, I give them lots of tools so that they can prepare themselves, so that when they do extinguish that final cigarette, they have means and methods in order to overcome these cravings. And one of the best things that people can do, one of the best things that they can do is literally just translate those thoughts. Every time you get that feeling of, oh, I need a cigarette, oh, I need a cigarette, translate that thought. No. That thought used to be, I need a cigarette, but now I understand that that feeling is nicotine leaving my body. That feeling was only created by the previous cigarettes that I smoked. If I just ride this out and get through these cravings, then eventually they'll just go away forever and I'll never feel them again. And I'll be back to normal, back to my original happy state that I was in before I got tricked and conned into becoming a nicotine addict. So really, every time you get a craving from now on, translate that feeling, translate that thought. It's not I need a cigarette. That's the old me that used to think that. That's the old me that was tricked and lied to and deceived by nicotine. From now on, that feeling is nicotine leaving the body, and I'm going to relish that feeling. Actually, I'm going to relish that feeling, because soon, if that feeling will be gone forever, and I'll be free forever, and I'll be back to my original state forever. So really, really, really great tip there and technique. Please do try that out. Please do try that out. Another thing that I do as well, I take people on deep relaxation training, so that they can really understand that the power to relax themselves has always been inside themselves. They never needed cigarettes. They never needed anything outside of themselves. The power to relax themselves and de-stress themselves has always been inside of themselves. And when I say deep relaxation training, I help people to put their bodies into a really deep, relaxed state. A lot of the time we're in fight or flight. We spend our lives carrying a lot of tension around with us. And we're in a fight or flight system without even recognizing it. Yeah, so many people are walking around in fight and flight, just naturally anxious, naturally stressed, naturally nervous, and just thinking that's just their natural way of being, without realizing that they can be calm and peaceful and not feel any stress at all. And something you can try at home for yourselves is what I call 3-6-9 breathing, where you breathe in for 3 seconds through the nose, you hold it for 6 seconds, and then you breathe out through gently pursed lips for 9 seconds. 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. In for 3. Hold it for 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Out for 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. In for 3, hold for 6, out for 9. In for 3, hold for 6, out for 9. And that holding the breath and that longer breath out than the inhale tells the body everything is okay. We can rest, we can digest. There is no danger here. There is no reason to worry. There is no reason to be stressed. And it's a really great technique for calming the body down and helping us to manage anxious and stressful situations. Another thing that I do as well is I help people really prepare for difficult situations, so that if in that 3 weeks when they are withdrawing from nicotine, something arises that would have normally triggered them to smoke, or they have a stressful situation, they have new ideas in their minds, new powerful ideas in their minds, which we put in through hypnosis, that points them in a different direction. So originally they would have gone for that cigarette, now they automatically go for that breathing technique, and doing that breathing technique just becomes natural to them. And the more you do this, the more you practice it, the stronger it becomes, It's like a muscle. It really, really is. It's like anything. The more we do it, the better we become. So yeah, what I wanted to say literally is, if you think that you won't be able to handle stress when you become a non-smoker, that's literally just the nicotine deceiving you. That stress that you felt was created by those cigarettes. That stress that you felt was created by those cigarettes. Life as a non-smoker is infinitely better. My dog has run away. Where has he gone? Life as a non-smoker is infinitely better. Infinitely better. Non-smokers are less stressed than smokers. So what does that tell you, really? Was it the smoking? Did smoking really ever help with stress? No, it didn't. It really didn't. Go back and watch this from the beginning again if you need to. It's really, really important that we understand the nicotine stress cycle if we want to remain permanent non-smokers. Really, really important. It's a vital piece in the puzzle. There's certain puzzle pieces that need to be in place to ensure that we remain free from smoking forever. That's my job. That's what I do. I help people put these puzzle pieces in place, and I make sure that these puzzle pieces are there and secure and never coming away. So it's really, really important that people understand this vital step and this puzzle piece, the nicotine stress cycle, and realize your life is going to be better as a non-smoker. I promise you. Ask any ex-smoker who's quit with the right method how much better life is as a non-smoker, how much less stressful life is as a non-smoker. And you know, I kind of pride myself on not being that much of a stressful guy. I've had lots of years of meditation experience and blah, but even recently I've felt it, I have felt it, and I've been triggered, and I've been sucked into situations, and I've been cussing people out, and it's just a mad world at the moment, isn't it? It's just fucking mad at the moment. But one thing I'm certain of, one thing I know in my heart and for a fact, is that cigarettes would not have helped in any way. Cigarettes only would have made things worse. Cigarettes only would have made my life more stressful. Yeah, like they did when I used to be a smoker. So really, guys, appreciate what I'm saying. If it doesn't click, if it sounds a bit funny, it sounds a bit weird, go back and listen again, please. You must understand the nicotine stress cycle in order to break free from smoking, and really understand that smoking never helped with stress. Smoking caused your stress. Smoking caused your stress. Yeah? Okay, have a lovely day, everyone. Have a lovely day. Oh, I've got to turn it off like this.